What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we're going to be talking about a topic everybody wants to know more information on, and that is what hero should I be summoning as my first Transcendence hero. So now we have 4 of them, and there are some decisions to be made because the typical path of always build Queen, well, kinda is still there. There's a lot of different possibilities to go for who your second Transcendence hero is, depending on what game modes you want to try to focus on, whether it's PvP, Vortex, just overall power, and also what type of artifacts your accounts have, because that's going to really decide if you can do and replicate things that you've seen like on Barry Gaming, on MK's channel, on a bunch of stuff on Reddit, Discord, everything. You've seen some big numbers from Asmdel. You've seen Sword Flash Shia being the last woman standing. There's a lot of cool things they can do, but it really depends on what your account status is and what artifacts you have. So let's jump right into it, and I hope this helps you guys decide what hero to build. So of course, we do now have the brand new Starwing Jara. She seems very, very promising, but she is, I would like to say, at least quite reliant on what artifacts you have, what heroes you have to go with her. I think just to start off, just for those of you who are just looking for, hey, I still need to know, who is my first Transcendence hero I built on my account? The answer really has not changed. The number one hero is definitely going to be Scarlet Queen Halora. She just brings so much utility to so many different game modes, it's just ridiculous. The biggest one being Royal Guard. So Royal Guard, again, when the battle starts, grants all allies except herself Queen's Guard and increases their all damage dealt by 15%. That is the biggest part, is giving your entire team 15% all damage or all damage dealt for the entire battle, whether she dies or anything. Plus, on top of that, that Queen's Guard effect is going to make them deal 800% attack damage to anybody who hits her. Just absolutely amazing damage. She has other great utility with, like a self-heal. Her basic hits 3 targets, reduces their crit, also increases her crit chance and crit damage, and then also increases her teammates' damage basically on enemies, because it increases 15% crit damage on the target, as well as lowering 10% of the crit damage that the enemies deal. So we're talking about, I mean, even Aspen Dungeon, if you don't have it done, this girl can get it done with like Punisher Staff. She can get it done with an AMB. Like, there's a lot of upgraded artifacts that she just does amazing with. She is probably still one of the quite necessary heroes when it comes to the PvP meta. She's extremely strong. And then, of course, she is used in the most popular setup for Vortex with 2 ticks, 2 Ignis, a Queen, and a support hero. The buffs she provides is just absolutely amazing. She's pretty much the most overall well-rounded hero, and is the main reason why she is the number 1 hero to pick. So once you have your first Transcendent hero, that's when it gets a little tricky. Get that Queen, but then number 2, who do you pick? You have Sword Flash, you have Asmdel, and you have Jara. So I would probably say she is the least important for the average player on this list. She is probably one of the most important if you're talking about late and end game PvP. Why? I mean, mainly it comes down to her chance to dodge attacks. Which one is it? Sharpness right here. Skill effect has a 100% chance to dodge the next active skill or basic attack received, dealing armor ignoring damage by 750% attack against the enemy with the lowest HP for 2 times, and has a 33% chance to deal extra damage by 15% of the max HP of all enemies, capped at 1500%. So that right there, the counterattack and the dodge, is usually why you see Sword Flash as one of the last surviving heroes on the battlefield. If you are going up against someone that has a Sword Flash and you don't have a Sword Flash, chances are there's a good chance you're going to lose. I mean, the dodge that she has, the survivability, the heal, the multi-layer hitting attacks is just devastating. You get her on the battlefield with like an upgraded AMB or something like that, it is devastating, absolutely devastating. So if you're looking for endgame PvP, she is definitely your answer. Now, if you're looking for someone who wants a little bit more flexibility on your second hero. Asmdel is pretty good, but Asmdel I feel like requires more of a setup to really get a big bang out of him. Again, he's going to be a great hero for PvP to take your Tix's upgraded Punisher staff and you throw it on Asmdel. You build him very offensive, and he can do some crazy damages. You've seen it in the videos this past week. Usually Asmdel is the highest damage dealer hero on the battlefield, even among all 4 Transcendent heroes on both sides of the battlefield. It's usually Asmdel and Asmdel doing like 600 million damage, just some absolute craziness. And that's mainly due to his active ability, hitting multiple times, reducing their armor. It reduces their speed as well. And then, of course, it hits multiple times based on how many stacks of revenge they have. Just a really awesome hero. Now, if you really want to get the biggest bang for your buck when you're talking about Asmdel, you're also going to want to hunt that energy feed with 2 upgraded demon bells. Now, that's something that not really anybody has as far as the viewing audience here. At the end game, everybody pretty much has 2 demon bells and a Punisher staff at Splendid, all of them at Splendid. And it works out really good. But overall, he can get away without needing the energy feed. Now, the newest hero, Jara. Jara is the CC Queen. She is absolutely amazing, especially if you can hit somehow. Like, you need the perfect setup, really. If you can hit the 150 energy on her in round 1, between Splendid Demon Bells and having energy from other people using their actives, all that stuff, she has an extremely high chance of getting the entire enemy team locked down in CC. Now, her damage is decent as far as Transcendent heroes go. She's usually, if you have all 4 on your team, she's usually 3rd or 4th. Usually Asmdel and Sword Flash still doing more damage. Queen sometimes does as well, but she's kind of heavily reliant on having, number 1, an upgraded Rui Scepter to use on her, because without that, those 30% aren't great. Even though she has focus that gives her control precision and control immunity offset, sometimes it's not quite enough. Sometimes you need the extra punch of CC breaking power between control precision and control immunity offset that just lets her get everybody CC'd. She kind of does require the most to build and make her work properly. We are going to do more testing with her, of course, this week on an account that doesn't have any other Transcendence heroes to show you what it looks like as the first Transcendent. But the one thing I have noticed is having an energy feed setup in Vortex. She really does lock the enemy down. So if you're already building 2 Ignis, 2 Tix, and a Queen, and you already have that team set up for Vortex, adding a Jara in that goes dead last out of all those heroes in round 1 means she is most definitely going to have more than 150 energy. And that Rui Scepter, that means she is going to be getting a ton of CC off. Then, of course, you're going to have Tix with actives in round 2 as well, and your team's not going to be taking much damage because everybody CC'd. Is just something that works pretty cool. I'll show you a quick example here. Of course, we are just going to throw our PvP team in, but I'll kind of show you an example of what this looks like in Vortex, because I know that's probably one of the biggest questions a lot of people have. We'll do a Vortex push video in Valiant just so you see, but you'll see here in round 1. Okay, we only got 2 that time. We only got 2. But let's be honest, most of the times that I run this, I've gotten a lot better. Oh, wow, we actually won that battle even with our PvP setup. Really? Let me just try one more. One more. Just one more, right? Let's see if this works. Wow. I've CC'd them a lot better than that in my previous tests. Yeah, only 1 CC. I mean, but you get the gist, right? She definitely has some potential as your 6-slot support hero. So if you are looking at pushing Vortex, I would actually consider Jara. If you have that upgraded Demon Bell combo, the upgraded Rui, I would get her possibly after Queen. So I know I gave you a lot of different scenarios there, but again, there's no correct answer. It really depends on what you guys want to focus on, and honestly, who you have the most fun with. I know a lot of people out there think Asmdel is the coolest looking hero. He does that huge damage in PvP, while other people know that if I want to compete at the end game, I need Sword Flash Shia. And then, of course, the brand new shiny toy Jara. She's awesome. She's the coolest one in my opinion. out of looks, everything. She walks over the space, as you saw right there. She just moonwalked over nothingness. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully this helps you out decide who to build as your first, second, and maybe even third Transcendence Hero. And I'll see you guys next time.